Welcome to the wind and water sports mecca of Tarifa for the second call of the GWA Surf-Freestyle discipline. The Tarifa Wing Pro is hosting the World Cup stop at the iconic beach of Vaqueros. It's bathed by poniente levante winds that make it the perfect playground for the world's best wingfoilers to showcase their talents. The stage was set for an epic show and the wingfoil athletes delivered over 2 days of high-octane action. We spoke to some of our Tarifa local GWA athletes to find out how they feel to be competing here at their home spot.
To be honest, I've been training quite a lot, trying to get all the new moves dialed in. The level is super high, that's for sure. But hey, I'm at home, so I feel safe, strong, and I'm gonna represent Tarifa and go full send.
So we're here in Tarifa at my favorite stop of the year. Super happy to be competing at home. I think we're not so lucky with the wind as the usual Tarifa conditions, but you know, Tarifa always delivers, so at one point we're gonna have enough wind to go. And yeah, I think it's gonna be a fun event, full-on freestyle, the way I like it, so just very excited.
Day 1 in Tarifa opened in difficult stormy conditions. Sofia Machete marked herself out as an early contender, winning her heat with some solid riding. By the quarterfinals, the strongest riders were showing their game. Kylie Beluva won her heat, putting solid numbers on the board. Orancelis was also beginning to find her feet again after returning from injury to win her quarterfinal. In the first semi-final, it was a battle of the big guns as the breeze built to more than 20 knots. Kylie Beluva pushed hard but just missed out on a place in the final. Bowen van der Linden kept her scoreboard ticking over, landing all her 7 trick attempts, but it was Sofia Machete who was getting the conditions dialed and took the win. The second semi-final was a tight battle. Orancelis earned the biggest trick score of the heat, 7.20 for a backflip, but just missed out on a place in the final. Mardease was strong and seemed to be heading for the win. But after a shaky start, Nia Suardiaz pulled it out of the fire and eased her way to the final, along with her teammate Deace. The women's final was a tight affair. Mardease opened strongly and kept earning good scores, but finished in 3rd position. Bowen van der Linden had been trailing all through the final. She moved up into 2nd place with her very last trick of the heat. World champion Nia Suardiaz came out of the blocks fast with a 7.33 for a backflip to open the heat. From there, she never looked back, putting up big numbers to take her 2nd successive event win, tightening her grip on another world title.
I'm so happy to have won the 2nd year here in my hometown. It's amazing to win in front of all my friends and all of my sponsors. And it's just a really great feeling and hoping to win next year too.
The men's competition was an incredible display of the surf-freestyle discipline, with the level and technical difficulty of the tricks going through the roof. Alan Fadit made a surprise early exit, despite posting some good scores in the poniente breezes that built to 20 knots. Young riders such as Nathan Berger, Alexander Acura and River Moore put on strong performances, but it was not quite enough for them to advance to the semi-finals. Xavi Core was on fire during the quarterfinals and chalked up the biggest score of the whole competition, a 9.97 for a back home frontside free. The first semi-final was the tightest contest of the competition. Less than a point separated the top 3 riders. Clement Hamon was unfortunate to lose and see his run ended despite his big back loop frontside free that earned a 9.0. Axel Gerard and Xavi Core had done enough to get their noses in front and go to the final. The second semi-final was huge. Thomas Acura couldn't repeat the form of his earlier heat despite an 8.90 for a front flip frontside free. Malo Genole was edged out, disappointed in missing his spot in the final. That saw Axel Gerard and Christopher MacDonald join Xavi Core and Bastien Escoffet in the grand final as the poniente filled in. Core couldn't repeat his earlier heroics despite a strong effort and ended in 4th. Bastien Escoffet seemed to be cruising to the 2nd podium with a clutch on high-scoring tricks but came up short. Axel Gerard suffered a shaky start to the heat after a number of crashes, but his 3 closing tricks were on the money and he edged out Escoffet to take second. Reigning world champion Christopher MacDonald even seemed a little rattled after a couple of early crashes, but several innovation tricks and high scores settled any nerves. He then threw down a back mode 3 for a 9.43 that sealed the deal. It was MacDonald's second successive win in less than a month and puts him in the driving seat to retain his title with 2 events to come.
It feels really good to get back-to-back wins, obviously. The conditions were really tricky here. It was light wind, super gusty, but I think I handled it well and had some good tricks in light wind. This event, there's a lot of inno tricks. That means innovative. So it hasn't been done in competition before, so you get like a trick multiplier if you land it. So we saw a lot of toe side handle passes, blind handle passes, and then right at the end I got to do a back mode 3. So super stoked on that, and I think the sport is just at a beginning, so it's going to keep evolving and can't wait to see where it goes.
That brings the Tarifa Wing Pro to an end. We were once again blessed with perfect conditions here at the wingfoiling mecca that is Tarifa, Spain.
Hello, we are in Tarifa. We are here in La Puerta Jerez. We are going to enter the old town. So yeah, let's go.
If you come to Tarifa, you will see centuries and centuries of history on our streets. Gastronomy is off the charts, as everyone knows, because of the cultural exposure to Arabs and to all the Christian and Spanish cuisine. If you walk through the Puerta de Jerez, you're gonna end up on a very beautiful medieval old city, and I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna enjoy all the beauties of our town.
So now we're gonna have tapas in El Otro Meiji. We have a lot of tapas. We also have nice tuna and some beer. In Spain, that's how we do it. Arriba, abajo, al dentro y va adentro.
I like it. I like the ritual, you know, it's nice.
What's your favorite food?
Pollo relleno. It's like chicken with rice and some vegetables, and inside it has some jam and cheese.
And who cooks it better?
My mom, for sure. Look at her.
So we have some croquetas, some albóndigas. It's the traditional food we have in Tarifa. All the crew's gonna enjoy this beautiful food that Samuel's parents have made. So let's dig in.
I really like Tarifa. I like the vibe, I like the food. There's a lot of restaurants, the streets are beautiful, the Spanish people are nice.
That's what we said. Here in Spain, we are always trying to be nice people, and most of the south is just the vibe. Nice people, nice place, good wind, just nice town.
Tarifa has it all. We've gone through the good old days of windsurfing to kiteboarding and now to wingfoiling. I mean, as a waterman myself, I really got dragged by the three-dimensional joy of wingfoiling, with using the water, the energy below the water, using the wind for propelling, using the waves, and also the open water seas. So it's really three-dimensional for someone that comes from my background, and yeah, it really took over on my daily life.